Hey y'all. Okay, so today we're going to go and explore the Otaku Fest here in Philadelphia. It's down at the Cherry Street Pier. But first, we're going to do a quick walkthrough in Old City, just because that's where the bus let me off. So this here that you see right in front of you is Christ Church, and behind the church is the meeting house. Christ Church is actually where Ben Franklin would attend services on Sundays. It still is an active church, and you can go to services there on Sundays. They also have weddings, things like that. But when it's not when they do not have services, you can just walk in there and take a look. Although it is still a holy place, so you do have to be respectful of that. So this here is Second and Market. Things are still a little bit under construction, um, but they put in a sweet bike lane right here along Market Street. It's actually on the same plane as the sidewalk and separated from the street. This way, bikers have a safe way of traveling along Market, which is really, really nice. Sorry for the sun. It is getting later in the day, so the sun is pretty bright, but in the very far in the background there, you can see the skyscrapers of Center City. So this is looking down Second Street. Second Street is known to have a lot of bars and restaurants, a very lively street, especially during the summer months. You can hear there's some street performers, and the buildings that you see at the end of the street, which actually it's just a, we'll say, an interruption of the street. Those are Society Hill Towers. Right here on what is this street? I'm not sure. Oh, this is Market. I'm sorry. Down Market, going towards Front Street, is Franklin Fountain. It's one of the oldest ice cream shops. I'm surprised the line that you see there on the sidewalk is not for Franklin Fountain. It's actually for the Phillies Gourmet Steaks next door. So now we've walked off of Market Street, and we are going to walk over the bridge to Penn's Landing. This will allow us to walk over Columbus Boulevard towards the Delaware River. Let's go.
Smoking? Is that
As you can see, there's Columbus Boulevard, right down there. You can leave all of your cares behind you of the traffic and the cars. And just walk along, listening to the roars of the cars hitting the wheels of the cars hitting the pavement. This bridge right here, this is the Ben Franklin Bridge. This is one of 3 bridges that cross over from New Jersey to Philadelphia. And right over there, that white building, and you'll see a few others that I'll point out, that is Camden. Oh, it's probably a little hard to see. Let me see if I can capture it. But I could see the Patco line running along the bridge right now. Maybe you'll see it right between those lampposts. Coming up, 3, 2, 1, right there. All right, so a quick look-see over at Camden. Looks like they're working on the Penn's Landing amusement park right here. During the winter months, it's an ice skating rink and kind of like a lodge type of thing with fire pits. During the summer months, they turn it into an amusement park with this roller skating rink. So it looks like they are working on converting it into the summer amusement park. You can see in the distance over at Camden the Adventure Aquarium, which is a really cool aquarium if you have the chance to visit it. Also, too, you may or may not know this, but Campbell's Soup had their factory over in Camden. That water tower right there is the remnants of the Campbell's Soup factory. And then the Battleship New Jersey is right there. It's not an active battleship any longer, but you can go there and visit, take tours, and sometimes they have events as well. I actually had the opportunity, which was really cool, to perform on the Battleship New Jersey. So I got to see some of the underbelly firsthand. And then that bridge over there is the Walt Whitman Bridge. That bridge goes from South Jersey into South Philly. So here we are looking, just a panoramic view into Center City. See Old City. Again, sorry for the sun in your eyes. And we are about to head right down those steps right there. Okay, friends, we are now back on street level, walking along Columbus Boulevard. You can see some of the piers right here that have actually now been converted into apartment buildings or condos. Oh, it's nice to be out of the sun. As much as I love the sun, sometimes it's a little harsh on the eyes. The cherry blossoms all along the middle strip there are really pretty. I wish I could go out there in the center and take a better look at them, but I don't want to chance fate. And as you can see, this is a very popular spot for people to run and ride their bikes. Like Market Street, there's a bike lane. It's actually a two-way bike lane here. That's even with the sidewalk and completely separated from the road, which is really nice.
Other than that, I've really had.
Like, was it like this week, a month ago, months? I mean, it's nice.
Currently, we are walking north along Columbus Boulevard towards Cherry Street Pier, which is where the festival is taking place. That bridge that you see overhead is the Ben Franklin Bridge that we saw when we were standing up on Penn's Landing. Oh, the tulips are really nice. They add a nice touch of color. All right, we made it. Cherry Street Pier.
It's right.
Looks like it's the happening place to be tonight. People dressed up in cosplay. In Japanese fashions. There's food trucks. I'm excited to check this place out and see what it's all about. So, unfortunately, there's no photography or videotaping allowed inside of the festival. Boo. But outside at the pier, I can do what I want. So here we are, standing at the edge of the pier. It's a lovely view of the Delaware. Again, Camden, the aquarium, and then the Walt Whitman Bridge there. It's a bit breezy, so there's a little bit of waves happening. The festival is cool. They have a bunch of vendors set up with, some anime, Japanimation, figures, things like that. People are dressed up in cosplay, and they're having some sort of event happening on the stage right now. So I'm going to go back in, and I'll give you an update. Here's a view outside of the pier. They have like a seating area, and then the pier, the interior of the pier itself is right there. It's a very nice space, I will say. They have, not only do they host events like this, they have resident artists that have their own little spaces. They've used shipping containers, as you can see here, in different ways, either for planters like that, or for food for the actual residents artist studios and or shops. So it's pretty cool. Very nice space. Okay, so I walked through the Otaku Fest here in Philly. It was pretty fun. Um, they have a lot of vendors. The vendors have a lot of the same things as I saw. Again, I'm not the expert when it comes to anime and Japanese culture, although I have been to Japan and a few other Asian countries. However, it's not something that I am totally versed in. I do love it though. But a lot of prints, t-shirts, hats, keychains, pins, things like that. I felt like it was a little overwhelming. The vendors were all kind of smashed together in a very tight space. There was, the pier has some room, so I like to move around. I'm glad I came here on Friday evening, as opposed to tomorrow, which is Saturday, because I guarantee it's going to be even busier. And so, yeah, it was pretty cool. They had a DJ playing. There was, like I showed, there's a few food trucks. I didn't get any food. I just felt like there was a line. Not really interested in waiting. I did splurge from my thrifting finds and bought this beanie. I thought it was super cute. And the woman that made all of these was very nice. I like supporting small businesses when I can, and I felt a little bit of her, or a little bit of me in her. So yeah, I can't wait to be able to wear it. All right, so we're heading back into Center City, Philadelphia. You can see right there the two towers that are similar in shape with all the windows. That's Society Hill Towers. Then, if you squint your eyes and look, there's a building called the Bourse. There's actually a food hall there, PSFS building, Penn Center 1 and 2. Those two buildings actually were the start of the skyline here in Philadelphia. Those were the two first buildings that went above and beyond the Ben Franklin cap on City Hall. And then a few other buildings along Old City, Columbus Boulevard down there. And that's where we just came from. The pathway right there. The Ben Franklin Bridge. And one of my favorite piers was converted into condos. I hope you enjoyed my quick tour of Old City, and unfortunately not the walkthrough of the Otaku Fest here in Philadelphia, but a little recap of it. If you are in Philadelphia and you are into anime, cosplay, things that are Japanese, you may enjoy it. And it's going on tonight, which is Friday, and then also the rest of the weekend, Saturday and Sunday. Today is April 10th, so April 11th and 12th, 2026. And then we also did a brief walkthrough of Old City, but not too much, just because that's where the bus let me off. However, watch for another video sometime, hopefully in the near future, of a more extensive walk tour of Old City. And as you can see, we're almost at the end of the bridge here, and the sign is indicating that we are on Market Street. Thanks everyone. If you like this video, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. And if you have any other places that you'd like me to visit, please leave me a comment and let me know. Or if you've been to the Otaku Fest here in Philly, let me know. So real quick while I'm here, this building or series of buildings here is the United States Post Office, set up by Ben Franklin. It's right here on Market Street between 3rd and 4th. It's no longer an active post office, but it is a museum dedicated to the Postal Service that was here when Ben Franklin was alive and active. And when you can see that archway right there with the red gate is where he would walk through daily from his house to Market Street and take care of business. We will also be checking out his house, which is no longer there, but they have created a ghost house that simulates where his house was, and there's a museum that's underground, actually, of dedicated to Ben Franklin, which is pretty cool. All right, that's it. Oh man. So that's the bell at Independence Hall. I wasn't planning on that happening right as I was about to film. What I was going to say before the bell interrupted was that this used to be a Dairy Queen, and I was excited. I walked over here specifically to get a Blizzard, but now it's a dental and orthodontic associates center. I guess maybe it's kind of appropriate. We are on Walnut Street, or I'm sorry, Chestnut Street, not Walnut Street, Chestnut Street. And right there is Independence Hall. And we are across the street from, I think they deem this the largest Wawa, but it's definitely one of the most beautiful Wawas.